Hi, I'm Kay, field reporter for Think Trees TV. Think Trees TV is the broadcast division of the Manitoba Forestry Association. The channel covers a variety of environmental education topics. Today we're talking about trees. Trees are important because they help provide clean air and water for all of us, as well as providing food and shelter for wildlife. Since trees can live relatively long lives, they are also called a living laboratory. They can show us the effects of climate change, forest management practices, forest pests, and natural disturbances like fire and floods over time. In order to understand how trees and forests grow, foresters have developed some simple techniques to measure a tree's physical characteristic in order to develop appropriate forest management techniques. This presentation will show you how to determine the age of a tree. You can also check out the other two forestry topics on the Think Trees TV channel on YouTube, tree height and diameter. There are two ways to determine the age of a tree. You can use an increment borer, which is a tool to measure the age of living trees non-destructively. For a tree that's been cut down, you can take a thin cross-section of the trunk and manually count the rings. An increment borer allows you to drill into the trunk of a tree and remove a core sample without adversely affecting the tree's continued growth. Establish a height of 1.3 meters from the ground. Carefully and slowly turn the borer clockwise to start. Continue to turn the borer, taking care to keep the tool level. Bore into the tree until you are halfway through the thickest part of the trunk. Insert the sample trough. Reverse the borer one full turn. Remove the sample trough. Remove the sample from the trough. Remove the borer from the tree. Trees put on one growth ring for every year of growth. You'll find alternating light and dark bands in the sample you've removed. The light band is the early wood, or early growth of any given year, while the dark band is the late wood, or second half of the season's growth. A pair of light and dark bands mark 1 year of growth. Count the pairs in your sample and you'll have the age of your tree. In the case of a tree that's been cut down or felled by nature, you can take a cookie or thin cross-section of the trunk. You will notice rings radiating from the center of the tree. Use a pencil or pointer, and if necessary, magnifying glass to count the rings from the center out to the bark or outer edge. Each ring represents 1 year of growth. Age determinations enable foresters to properly manage trees as a living resource. There are companion forestry segments like this on the Think Trees TV channel, tree diameter and height. Think Trees TV also covers a wide variety of environmental education topics, so have a look at the menu for other segments that may interest you. I'm Kay, reporting for Think Trees TV, and remember, when you're out and about, think trees.